Hey there, Pod Squad. I'm Diksha, a first-year resident physician in podiatry. And today I want to talk about something that probably plagues most of us as students. So if you spend any time ruminating on what could have been or what next terrible situation might happen tomorrow, then let's talk. So everything I'm about to say, I wrote it all out back during externships because was something I observed around me, and I was clearly upset about it. So I wanted to make sure all of you knew you're not alone, and just to give you a change of perspective, hopefully. So let's talk. We live in a fear-driven society, so if you're not careful, you will be sucked in. Make sure you get straight A's, or else you can't be in the secret honorable society. Funerals or weddings, they shouldn't be your priority if you want medicine. And you should spend your time differently. So maybe no more social media, even though social media might be the only socialization you even give yourself. If you haven't read all the books and articles yet, then you need to pick up the slack. And okay, wait, you don't function like the typical student? Maybe you should rethink school. And you just began insert new phase in medical school, but you don't know insert factor skill, then you might not be prepared for insert exam or skill set. Make sure you know everything from McGlamories, Prism, walk-ins, Crozier, you name it, because you'll be pimped on it and you want to be ready. Everyone's always judging you, so you must perform at your best. You studied everything, but not quite the right thing, and you barely got a wink of sleep, but you weren't able to answer questions asked? Well, then I would never hand my blade to you. Read the room means anxiously approaching everything and everyone around you. Anticipate, otherwise known as obsessively think 2 steps ahead and feel defeated when you can't reach the dressing materials or your bandage scissors or the suction fast enough. So at first glance, many of these statements may seem harmless, but for the students who are aiming for their best, they may seem like they are constantly falling short. So if any of you agree with this, then I hope this is helping you, knowing that you're not the only one out there. You could also feel like your life is pushing you in every direction, and I understand that. And there are more positive ways to approach podiatric medicine. Trust me. I encourage all of you to keep your eyes on the road and just focus on improving daily. You will have hiccups, many in fact, but wear the protective armor so that you're basically unstoppable, if you know what I mean, because it really doesn't matter what your situation is. You breaking sterile twice in one procedure after 12 months of not breaking sterile doesn't mean anything. You missing a few simple questions when you're asked doesn't mean anything. Heck, even getting every question wrong while your peers hit them all doesn't mean anything because it's a circumstantial thing, right? You presenting in a way that makes sense to you, but not to the presentee, doesn't mean anything. You will get there. You not knowing a way of presenting or answering that someone expects, it means nothing. You getting chastised while your peer gets compliments means nothing. And trust me, this happens. It can happen, okay? Because we're all only human. Attendings and residents are only human. Following what someone told you but someone else didn't prefer means nothing. You're not a mind reader, so let it go, please. You're in your 4th year and you don't know how to answer conceptual questions like, why did the screw tilt in this direction? What does it mean? Nothing. You'll learn as you go, so just relax and do your best. You had a case you prepared for by reading and studying a case with incorrect information or the wrong case altogether instead of the extensive video. Mistakes happen. You're human. You have bad mental health days, yet you don't want to miss days of experience. So you face possibly a shift full of critiques and doubts in your capabilities, but understand that that's not your problem. Again, it's circumstantial. And just basically what I'm trying to say is don't be so hard on yourself and understand that this is not something that is permanent and we're constantly learning as we go. And none of this determines our worth or excellence as a future podiatrist. or an overall surgeon, no matter what anyone tells you. Please understand this. The statements disregard the work the student has done, their potential. Everyone has potential, okay? Contrary to the negative myth that is ahead of you. And placing the student in a position of operating out of fear, because fear limits anyone. Fear can limit everyone around you. And I'm sure you've all heard of the study about how the students a teacher favors more tends to outperform, because they live up to the potential and they strive for what is expected of them. So you can seem alone, but everyone's been there at different points. So remember, fitting the mold, regurgitating facts, seeing a patient in under 5 minutes, not showing any emotions of grieving or disappointments, rapidly answering the thousands of pimp questions correctly, quoting exact authors and names of papers, arriving more than 30 minutes early, behaving exactly as every single person expects of you, and satisfying everyone isn't a requirement to be an exceptional physician, You grow as time goes on, and you'll get there. I hope this helps you, and if not, you might just see what a lot of people I've seen experience and myself throughout school. And I just hope you all know we're here for you. Your upperclassmen are there for you. At least one other person has been in your shoes before. So feel free to speak to us about anything. Remember, you can always contact us. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we make new videos like this. Pod Squad, signing out.